test.
Ready when you are.
Alright. Welcome back. Hope you liked those drums. It's from one of my favorite instruments. The Moog D-Fam. Pretty cool analog drum machine.
I don't know what to make of Sublight Underground. Or Slug, I guess. I can't shake the feeling they had something to do with Miss Helen's death.
Is that so? What do you think?
So it ain't the boyfriend after all. Color me shocked.
Oh, you're my favorite, Nyoka.
What's up?
Well, son. I like that sigil. Dr. Goodnight. I feel like I can fast travel most places now. Where am I?
Greetings, attractive patron. Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails.
Okay. Wait, what do you know?
Error. This unit is incapable of murder, as it possesses no conscious will. The proper term would be destruction of company property. Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for any destruction of company property that this unit did or did not commit.
Sounds suspicious to me, robot. Where were you at the time of the murder?
This unit is incapable of abandoning its post. This view of the lobby is all it knows, has known, or will ever know.
What an existence. If only I were an engineer. That's a little sad.
Error. Damage to despair. Tables detected. Randomizing grief cycles failed.
Do a BOGO sort. I'm still not convinced.
For what it's worth, I don't trust it either.
Search failed. Suspicious data not found.
Alright. Can you repair my stuff? Thank you, robot. What is the deal with this? I'm sick of seeing it. Nice lamp. I wonder if I could cut that lamp. Cut that lamp and just put it in something else. Or the decanter.
Like wrapped among the rocks.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Dr. Goodnight, are you upstairs?
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Alright, let's hear it. Wait, wash your hands first.
Oh, don't be so squeamish. You won't find any viscera under my fingernails. I trimmed them just this morning. Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Sure it just wasn't hotel food?
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
When we were talking, you called her Ruth Bellamy, not Halcyon Helen.
Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table, but as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being.
Imagine that.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
Constable Keene is dead.
What? Sorry, this mask. Sometimes I can't hear correctly. It almost sounded like you said Maria Keene was dead.
She was murdered in her office.
Maria's been killed. I don't understand. How? Who did this?
The Needler.
Helen's signature weapon. She brought it with her to the hotel. After we discovered Helen's body, Keene inspected her hotel room. The Needler was gone.
Know anything about potassium chloride?
Rather harmless on its own. Common ingredient in medicine, but it can have a lethal application. Potassium chloride, when delivered in a cocktail of neurotoxin and paralytic, leads to cardiac arrest. Oh, merciful law. I'm so sorry, Maria.
Well, that's all I know.
Maria and I were frequently at loggerheads. We disagreed on practically everything. It didn't help that I'm on Mr. Kincannon's payroll and Maria is a Rizzo's loyalist. Was a Rizzo's loyalist. Apologies, Inspector. I don't have the heart to continue talking at the moment. Thank you for your time.
Okay, bye. Must inspect body. What? There's the towels. Nice painting. Reports. Plasma damage. Patient logs. Heart for Bosch. The ill-fated Byzantine of the hour thought it prudent to gorge himself on enough purple-berry wine to incapacitate a primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than elevator, fell down 6 flights. Automechanical servants broke his fall. He broke their servo mechanisms and will be billed accordingly. Fractures. Ouch. Nina Han. Return. Must. Concierge? What do you know?
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Uh-huh.
How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
But what if I persuade you? The only guess who'd have a problem with me would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it.
Indeed.
Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Goodbye. Oh wait, Spencer?
Aha! Always so nice. If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph from me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Get another. Sell it. Spencer.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout.
True.
Expect a complaint to management.
What?
Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
I can offer you something better than philosophism. Why don't we go someplace private?
Oh, now that can't be in the script, is it? Now, whew, is it warm in here? I must send for a mechanical to look at the thermostat. Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. This is curious indeed. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
Lie. Just a marauder. I'm here to investigate a murder.
You're here
Most
to
foul.
investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Yeah, you can sign my weapon.
I'd be delighted. Oh, damn. My pen's out of ink. I'll just get you a portrait of my face as a souvenir. I'm sure I have the prints around here somewhere. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice.
Well,
ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
I heard you're poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar?
Anwar.
Clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned. Now, can you think of anyone else besides the chef?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
Why didn't you go to the clinic?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it. How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
The old iron stomach. Helen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor. Very well, then.
Who are you?
I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer Woolrich on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels.
Oh, sure, you were that guy in that one serial.
Come now, I'm sure I would have made more of an impression than that. Could I have really fallen so far behind the times?
Falling off, man.
Did you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? The Busker of Byzantium? What about episodes 13 and 190 of Princess of Hephaestus? And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that movie. Even if I was starring beside a 2-ton bucket of bolts and a woman with no talent.
Sheesh. I'm a woman. Watch it.
Yes, that would be Burbage 3001. I'm sure you've heard the clomping around. It's over in the next room. It's hard for me to believe that a mechanical actor isn't some kind of joke played on us all by Odeon's director. Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may.
What?
How was it that Bellamy met her end?
Why do you want to know that? Why are you so curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
Did you know Helen well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way. Unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
Did you consider yourself a friend? Why did you keep starring alongside her? Because she's in everything?
I'm not too proud to admit it. I couldn't get work on my own. Whether or not I wanted to accept it, Bellamy had captured the eye of the colony. People kept talking about the charisma we had on screen, but I felt more chemistry with certain teacup canids than with her. As you may have been able to conclude, I wasn't terribly enamored with Bellamy, but that doesn't mean I'd kill her.
What were you up to at the time of the murder, then?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Got anybody who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
Really?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
Okay.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Speaking theoretically, how would you have done it?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Then you didn't do it for fun. Business. Enough about that.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
Is there more options for poison?
Must I relive that ghastly event again? My intestines still have yet to fully recover. But I suppose we may discuss it further.
Nope. Oh no. What? Say nothing. That's all.
Very well.
No one has arrived to deliver me to my actual room. Little does he know. He doesn't know. Oh, he wanted the room. It was over the room. And now he wants me dead.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. This bottle, recently discarded, contains residue from foreign substances. Chemical analysis complete. This unit has detected the following substances: oil, terrorray, blood, terrorray, unidentifiable biological fluids, terrorray.
You know anything about terror biology, Nyoka?
A lot of folk use their blood for seasoning on account of its sweetness. Don't try and use its innards, though. Only thing that can digest taro meat is a raptidon.
It definitely sounds toxic. Taste the substance.
These substances cause extreme gastrointestinal distress in humans. Large doses can be fatal. This bottle contained Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. The presence of terrorray biological fluids may have significantly improved its flavor.
Well, I guess we know what destroyed his gut. Terrorray fluid. Imagine getting a bottle that still has a slug in it, like they forgot. Nice. What you got over here, Boots? Chef Anwar.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double. To the lobby we go.
Hello.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Holding on to that 7.1%. Not bad. I should turn the stove on. Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Turn stove on.
Stop!
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of explosive combustion without gaslight, 0.01%.
It seems like a workplace hazard.
Searching Slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Conclude. Examine the chefs. What are you making? Doesn't look like there's anything in there, friend.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation.
I'm here to investigate a murder.
You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
Okay. What's it like being a master chef?
I prep dishes day in and day out for guests, and while I doubt their palates are refined enough for my flavors, the work is rewarding.
Excellent.
After all, I can take pride knowing that I simply am the best cook this side of Halcyon. No one else can even hope to compare.
Fucking donkey! You seem pretty wed to your craft. Were you in the kitchen at the time of the murder?
No. As it so happens, I was down in the employee break room. I wasn't taking an unsanctioned break, of course. I was merely fetching ingredients.
Delicious. Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
Well, then why are you poisoning her? You're sure no one else was involved?
Well, yes, I'm positive. Why?
If Helen was poisoned and no one else touched her meal, you poisoned her, right?
Oh, my lord, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous.
Yep.
But I didn't heed her warnings. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Any idea where I might be able to find Bellhop Owens?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather...
No doublespeak there, then.
Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
Mm-hmm. What was Spencer Woolrich doing around the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP guest floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here.
My alibi's a little thin.
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
Great. Why are you being evasive?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
If you tell me the truth, I might be more inclined to believe the rest of what you say. Because some halcyon food combinations turn to acid when unsupervised?
Well, I suppose that's as good a point as any I've heard. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal.
Alright, your alibi lines up.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
You think you're tough, waving that thing around?
Sure. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Additional elements. Okay. Oh, is that the one? Owens. Owens! You think you're tough? Waving that thing around? The man who chafed. Wait. Security footage. Maybe I get that first. Constabulary. I need your footage. Wait, deputy time waste? Oh, wine taster.
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
I need the footage.
All requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe. Is that acceptable?
Hold still, I need to examine your bit processing unit real quick.
Error. Bit processing unit has been removed, temporarily surpassing bit fee request. Funds will be requested from Rizzo's leadership with interest at a later date. Delivering footage. Thank you for your patronage. If you would like a wine recommendation to pair with that footage, please submit the requisite request forms. Is there any other assistance this unit may provide?
Constable Keen is dead.
Understood. This unit requires a moment to process this information. Information processed. Personal designation upgraded to acting constable. Thank you, law-abiding consumer.
Congratulations on your promotion. Could use your help.
Error. This unit is incapable of inspection, deduction, unassisted apprehension, or aggressive pursuit.
Was it you? Did you kill Keen?
This unit has been programmed to adhere to board law. This unit is incapable of experiencing murderous or unlawful impulses.
Alright.
This unit has been programmed to recommend a wine to pair with your grief. Wash away your sorrows with a glass of highly concentrated, partially fermented purple berry wine has a body richer than Byzantium's elite, with an earthy aftertaste redolent of most...
Okay. Thank you for the wine pairing ideas. Oh, terminal keycard. guess that's the alternate. Cassidy Mills, delinquent, suspected smuggling. Right. Zuber. When approached by guards, Oza began to rave and yell, uttering phrases such as, "Rizzo's has slugs, slugs, they'll kill us all." Slug bureaucrats began work on the defamation papers, which, in tandem with the price of the goods Mr. Oza destroyed, will likely force him into hard labor for the rest of his life. Alexis, public drunkenness. He's getting close to his record, 6 times this month. You can do it, buddy. Excessive force permit paperwork due next Thursday. No letting prisoners out for walks, even if they ask nice.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit. Please explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrappy. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Key has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute until you submit a confession. Error. Information on recent exchange lost. Restarting conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of
landing. What a nice robot.
This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
Wait a minute. Am I just going back to the... No, he's at the bridge. But am I at the south bridge? Yes. Nice. Do it. What are you two up to?
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolrich would outlive Halcyon Helen.
Good point. He did it. Case solved. Oh no. Ouchie. There's terror rays everywhere. Oh, I found Bellhop Owens and his invoice, a list of guest special requests, some drinks, some food items, and tellingly a recently fulfilled request for a fresh terror ray bile gland from one Spencer Woolridge. Spencer, you ass. Look what you did. I guess I don't need any of that. Oh, did they get another perk? Wow. Healed to 25% when downed. I'll take it. Yes, has the same thing. Nice. Do I have a fast travel here? No. They're like underneath me? Is that what's happening here? Interesting. What about... Yes. Need key card. Wasn't in here. Datapad. Jenkins. Please send additional personnel for capture and delivery of specimens. Oh, you guys couldn't do it. Too strong. Yo, where's the card to the safe? Give it to me. I want to go across here and get a fast travel point. Whoa. Crate. Nope. Oh, hello. Mega.
I see you there. No hard feelings, okay?
Huh, it had a dream of time and a pocket watch and a nice ring. Oh, why would it go to the one above it? What is it? It's just glacier water. Bellhop. And sucks to be a bellhop in this place. hear sprats. It's always a good sign. Hey, buddy. There we go. Got what I wanted. I think there's also what the prophet is up here. Tourist? What are you
I
doing
was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Uh-huh. I believe that.
We heading inside, Captain? Don't worry. I got your back.
Wow, a woolly cow. It was all worth it. Legal hunting supplies.
I need to ask you something.
Who in the hell is Gunter? I told you to call me Hunter. Come on.
Hunter.
Oh, right. Hunter, have you seen a little mechanical wandering through here? Might have been wearing my hat.
Mildred.
I can't say I have. I can sell you a new hat if you want. Or some fine, legally obtained hunting supplies. You could go get that mechanical thief yourself.
She's not a thief. She's lost. I just want her back. Oh, hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but have you seen a stray mechanical wandering about?
Maybe. What's it look like? I overheard.
Seems I'm running my mouth too much. My mechanical Betty up and wandered away a couple days back. I've been trying to track her, but the beasts make it hard. Personally, I prefer my organs inside my body. The shopkeep says I should buy one of his rifles and go looking myself. But like my machine, I'm not combat inclined.
We can help her out, right? Won't take too long if we're on the job.
I know it's a pain, but I think I need some outside help. Job or no job, I'm not leaving Betty out in the wastes.
I'll keep an eye out for any suspicious mechanicals. Ludwig would want that.
Hey, thanks so much. It would have been mighty lonely without her. Being unemployed, I mean. Be lonely being unemployed. If you find Betty, try sneaking up and hacking
Oh,
her.
shit.
If you can't do that, finding a way to stop her current routines should send her back home.
Stop her current routine?
Welcome to Hunter Legal's Legal Hunter Supplies. I am Hunter Legal. How might I help you today?
I'm investigating.
Unusual. This whole land complex is a failed wildlife exhibition turned hunting reserve. You can't go 10 feet without stepping in unusual.
Hunteress.
But I reckon you're asking about people unusual. I'd go have a chat with the prophet of profitability. Maybe she can intuit you in the right direction or something.
Intuit this.
But she is mighty far in the depths of the reserve. Perhaps you should purchase one of my fine armaments for the journey.
Dude is definitely based off Hunter S. Thompson, which is sick. Interesting name your shop has.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. It is a perfectly normal name for a shop dispensing hunter supplies.
Doesn't Hunter Supply suggest their supplies for you, Hunter?
Don't get smart with me. I'm just a shopkeep.
Let's see what you're selling.
Hunter supplies. Get your hunter supplies.
Me. there nothing for, like, damage sorting? Alright then. Oh, I think I'll need this sooner or later. Thanks, Hunter. Must find Betty. Feral canids.
They'll never see us.
Mega. Oh crap. Oh no. Oh man, I'm like concussed. What else? Yeah, just concussed. Does that fix concussion? Oh, canids, that's why it was so, they were doing so much damage. I did? Well, I'm moving real slow. Wait, how much damage is that? Move away. Oh. Hey, my concussion's gone. What is this? Drink water. There you go. Make your way back home. Oh, sorry, Hunter.
Hey, I almost can't believe it. Betty found her way back. Here I was thinking I'd never see her again.
I did that. She was trying to milk canids.
Oh, Betty, you big goof. What were you thinking in that little metal noggin of yours? You nearly worried me to death. And you, ain't you just the most reliable freelancer in the colony? Let me just take a look at Betty here and we'll talk about payment. Yep, that's right. Her parameters for movement and target acquisition are a mess. I'll bring her back to the garage and get her sorted out. Since Betty's back safe and sound, I'll be sure to let my coworkers know that you're a good one. Here's some money for your effort. Least I can do to show my thanks.
Whoa. It's a lot of XP. If you don't want your supervisor learning about your screw up, I'll need more. No. I'll be nice. That was a lot of XP. Try to keep an eye on her this time.
Oh, I won't be turning my back on Betty again, believe me. Thanks again for all your help. You really saved us both from the edge.
Wait, isn't there something else I get? Isn't there... Oh, there it is. Utter buddy. Who gets to use this? Science weapon. Used to tighten a specific hard-to-see bolt on Happy Dale's farm milking assemblies. This wrench is strongly magnetic. Just stick it near the bolt, and the wrench seats itself. Okay. Let's see here. Next quest. Who are you?
Sorry, but we're a little busy right now. I'm sure one of the other guys would be happy to give you a tour.
Lawrence, do you know who you're talking to? We always have time for the inspector.
Thanks, Isabella.
Inspector? That's you? I am so sorry. We didn't know what we were doing. We're so sorry. It'll never happen again.
You're freaking out, man. You two doing loitering?
Oh, Law. It's all over. I told you someone would catch on sooner or later, Belle.
Lawrence, let me do the talking here. Inspector, pay him no mind. I'm sure you've bigger saltuna to can than us.
What did he mean by catch on, Isabella?
Don't pay him any mind, Inspector. His upper story's a little gap-toothed, if you know what I mean. But seeing as you insist on sticking your... That is, since you're so curious, I'll fill you in on what we're doing. We, misplaced some people on our last tour. Misplaced them in the maws of some local predators. Now we're stuck here wondering how to get their room keys.
Oh.
Might have been Raptidons. I find it hard to tell them apart, especially when my glasses get fogged up.
You got your guests killed. Alright. I guess it's nicer than saying I should take them to the... Now, give me a good reason.
Here's one. We ain't done nothing illegal. The guests signed the proper waivers to come out here.
Affirmative.
Still, it'd be a pain for Slug if we don't make it look like they checked out too. Byzantines aren't always put off by paperwork alone, sadly.
We knew sooner or later this was gonna happen. We've got some hush money tucked away. If you can get those keys for us, it's all yours.
Say I get your keys. What's to stop me from telling your bosses what happened? You guys look like you can use a break.
Did I just hear that right? The inspector is going to help us, Bill! Thank the stars!
We're not out of the woods yet. Let's just see what happens before we celebrate. We last saw the guests deeper in the wilderness, Inspector. That'd be a good place to look.
I'll be back when I find those keys. What is with this? I don't even know if I'm gonna help them. It's a lot of side questing. Hey, these were back on Edgewater. Candy Canyons. It's Magic Candy Mountain. What?
Here goes nothing.
That freaked me out. Holy crap. Oh my god. Looked like it was asleep or already dead.
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon. I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer. That's gotta hurt. You got it, Captain.
I am a storm!
I'll fix you right up. You got it, Captain.
Just keep doing it, guys.
This is bad.
Colossus. Oh no, Nyoka. Get healed.
Here goes nothing. Sorry.
Why? Ouch. Alright. No keys from them. Abandoned bunker. Join us for the profitability seminar. With bits in it. I wonder what kind of multi-level marketing scheme they have.
If this is a cult, who am I kidding? It's a cult. Hold your judgment until you meet them. Some of my best friends were from Graham's camp.
I see. Don't judge the cultists. I like all the candles. What's this? Awaken. 5 a.m. 5 to 12. Praise the prophet. Listen to the prophet. 12 to 2. Sweat house meditation. 2 to 2:02. Lunch. You get 2 minutes. 2:02 to 4. Hot cold training. 4 to 5. Stomach purging. 5 to 5:02. Dinner. 5:02 to 6. Stomach purging. 6 to 8. Medical attention. 8 to 10. Clean the retreat. 10 to 12. Beatings by prophet. 12 to 12:01. Free time. 12:01 to 2 a.m. Disciples' choice, self-flagellation or meditation on productivity, followed by no food next day. 2 a.m. Sleep. 3 hours of sleep. Man, that's rough. I will steal the backpack. just enough lockpick. I knew it. Oh crap.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You made your point. Carry on then.
Thank you. Can I go in there now? Yeah, I'm not doing anything. See? Actually, don't really need any of that. Notes? It'll usually tell me.
Gotta keep going. I can feel my inner negativity seeping out of me.
Nice.
Breathe deep the fumes of revelation.
Yes. Alright, I think before I meet this prophet, I'm gonna take a small break.
The prophet's treatments are intense. I nearly collapsed during the last session.
Yeah, I read the schedule. Was it the purging? Or the heat shock treatment?
I'm going to absolutely murder the next quarterly report.
Oh, flowers.
noticed you're not so bad at it well, which doesn't bring particularly well. I hope you're not about to tell me you lost your
Temperament is good. Lost my nerve. I understand those words individually, but not together.
You're rather unflappable, aren't you? I wish I were like that. Instead, I'm tense enough even when I don't have a dozen people not doing what I think to do. Pardon my tomfoolery. I see I've mistaken you for someone else. Victoria Fox, Rizzo's executive chair collaborator. Might I ask what brings you to the reserve?
Thing. I go where I like. As it so happened, I felt like coming here. Maybe I don't tell them that I'm an investigator this time.
Interesting. I wonder if I couldn't encourage you to go in another direction.
No.
There's a particular task that my hunters haven't yet been capable enough to complete.
Maybe.
I wonder if you'd have any interest in it.
Oh, go on.
As you may be aware, Slug currently owns the reserve, but it rightfully belongs to Rizzo's. There's an ex-Rizzo's employee currently in possession of the land grant for the entire complex. Insult to injury from Slug. And evidence that this complex is rightfully ours. This particular individual is up there in years. His mind is failing. Leaving the land grant to him is like leaving it in the trash. I would like you to retrieve it.
The lighting from that fan. It's crazy. Why can't your hunters handle an old man? What makes you say the reserve rightfully belongs to Rizzo's?
You mean you don't know the story?
Nope.
This atmospheric complex was first annexed by Rizzo's. We'd planned a lovely wildlife-themed attraction to be built here. Alas. Due to some backhanded and admittedly shrewd legal footwork on Slug's part, Rizzo's ownership of the complex was lost. Now we rent it from Slug. I seek only to have what was stolen returned to us.
I don't understand why you need my help.
I would have thought so too, but I sent my scouts out ages ago and none have yet returned. The old man's certainly too senile to be a threat, but it's possible Slug put him under guard. You're not recognizably with Rizzo's. Thus, it shall be easier for you to get close.
Sounds like easy pay.
Solve the situation however you like, so long as you bring me the land grant. The target in question lives out in the woods. Exactly where, I'm not certain. Best of luck.
Hello. Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced.
No
At least,
neckworm.
That's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
For a positivity disciple, you sound a little less than enthused.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now.
Oh, good.
I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
Thank you. I was hired to look into Halcyon Helen's murder. I'm going to ask you questions.
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
Sure you're not skipping flagellation on purpose? I think you should still do it while we talk. The Prophet had some kind of feud with Halcyon Helen, right?
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Who? Spencer?
I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
Have you noticed unusual behavior?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
Nope. That's all.
Certainly.
Do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
What can you tell me about the retreat?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humor strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And
Nice.
remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Goodbye.
Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious.
What?
I noticed the Prophet's dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
You're sure it was a body?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
Why didn't you tell me this?
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
I'll look into it. Is it an optional or? Alright, let's talk.
Fruitful and productive welcome, sister. I had a feeling you would visit me.
Oh?
I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
How did you know?
My disciples come to and from the Grand Colonial, bringing supplies and information. Knowing what happens at the hotel affects my livelihood, after all. With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential.
What humors? I don't think I understand.
As science has taught us, the body is made up of two things, flesh and humors. These humors are semi-fluids that, when improperly balanced, may cause you to function inadequately.
Oh
By
no.
signing up for my seminars, you can balance these humors for only mildly inordinate and repeat payments. Cancellation is subject to repercussions.
Oh? What kind of repercussions?
Nothing you need concern yourself with, sister. It's all in the contracts. But of course, no one need subject themselves to such repercussions if they don't cancel. Regardless, can I interest you in a seminar?
You know, I've been feeling like my potential is hampered.
We offer a wide variety of seminars for all your corporate needs. Employees not working hard enough? Employees dying too often? It's most likely your managerial humors. And of course, seminars for balancing the energies of your business offices. Interior decorating is much more important for success than many would believe. If any of this sounds at all interesting to you, might I interest you in the first 82 words of our most popular seminar's introduction? Free of charge.
Well, I guess this time. Sure.
Byzantines live lives fraught with competition, and that competition can be immensely stressful. You must, first of all, find a way to balance your thinking. Think not of bits lost, but of those you have yet to gain. After all, peace leads to productivity, and productivity leads to profit. Though thought alone won't balance you. We have a strict regimen to promote humor clearing. Session attendees stand on burning coals, sit for hours in our productivity smokehouse, and of course, fast throughout.
Meditation retreat? So in order to be productive, I need to suffer?
Precisely. The barriers within yourself will break down as your skin sweats and blisters, giving the evil humors the proper space to escape. It's my patented method.
Wow. Should I talk to her about the human-shaped lump? I'll inspect it first before I tell her. I'm gonna ask you questions.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her. We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know?
You and Helen didn't get along, I hear.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
Did you contact Helen after you left the Grand Colonial?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further?
Where were you at the time of the murder?
Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonial since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies.
Vibes are all messed up there.
I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise.
Yeah, Helen's demise. Search the retreat for evidence. What?
Gotta keep going.
Yeah?
I can feel my inner negativity seeping out of me.
Okay.
Breathe deep the fumes of revelation.
Yeah, let's go.
It's not good enough to be better than everyone. I need to believe I'm better than everyone.
You're losing to me. You're losing to me.
She said I must burn away.
Oh, wait. I think there might have been more to do in there. I guess I could look for the body in the wilderness while I'm out here.
Timeline discrepancy. Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Any idea?
Scanning. Checking database of shoe sizes and height-weight ratios. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
Disturbed ground.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where at this time?
Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Intelligence. Corpses don't get up and walk away, and there's no evidence of the body being torn apart.
Agreed. Likely theory. Individual injured was unconscious, not dead, and walked away after awakening.
Strange. Guess this complicates things. Could this... Let's be careful. Terminal herbs. Get the Raptidons.
I am a... I see you now.
Oh no.
Everybody okay? Great.
I guess. I didn't even have my right weapon equipped, but that's why they do the fighting.
sign discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
Burning these would generate some pretty toxic smoke.
Side effects from extended exposure include dizziness, nausea, and unconsciousness. Additional likelihood of organ shutdown and/or death.
Taste the herbs. Can you analyze the chemicals?
Analyzing. Complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover, sprat oil, and starship surface wax.
Oof. How would these most likely be used?
Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
Alright. Should I have tasted it? View messages. Ruth Bellamy. I've talked with my agents and they've told me what I said about your seminars. Actually lost you about 30% of your revenue for the next 3 months with future losses projected. I said I wasn't interested in attending. I didn't realize that I'd hit you quite as hard as it did. Oh, so she did attend one. To be nice. Whitaker wanted to ask how that mix of herbs I sent you was worked out. Meditation, productivity. Don't cut the herbs asymmetrically. Don't leave them out in the sun. Make sure you keep the smoke doses small. Devoted attendees. We've seen a 0.5% increase in each of our business in total profits since we attended your seminar together. Alibi checked. Enough inconsistencies. Time to confront. Someone had to confront her, and it was me.
Welcome back, sister. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, sister. How might I assist?
You got some interesting herbs in here.
I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, sister. The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
They seem toxic. Toxic enough to potentially kill.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure they're perfectly safe. Is there anything else?
I followed your trail to where you dumped something in the wilderness. Let's see here. You said you had no further interaction with Helen before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her.
I saw the message.
Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
I followed your trail. Oh, wait, no, maybe someone said.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, sister. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
That's what they all say. The quicker I get to the truth, the faster I can leave you alone.
Yes. I suppose the more quickly we get off this subject, the better. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now.
I'm sure. I followed your trail.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
I think it was your moral. There was nothing there, but by its proportions, I'd say a body.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake.
My
Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
Did you shoot the body at any time? The wilderness? You didn't dump the body at the Grand Colonial? Oh, she already said someone else picked it up. Did you shoot the body?
Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
I see. The wilderness. This is all a bit strange, but I'm still inclined to believe you killed Halcyon Helen. What? Yeah, she just fessed. What? The wilderness? Or maybe... Why would she lie?
Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing I was dragging a corpse.
Couldn't even make it to the wilderness. You're sure she's dead?
I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do her in, if her constitution was truly that weak.
I don't think you killed anybody. I don't know. This is all strange.
And here I was, beginning to think you wouldn't even accuse me of anything. That is, you found me out, Inspector. Take me away.
You seem relieved. What, that's it? Not going to plead for mercy? Or try to argue? You're okay with this?
Well, there's obviously no use trying to push against the cosmic flow. And freedom poses many more risks than being safe in prison. My many enemies would salivate at the thought of how they could use this to blackmail me out of my productivity secrets.
Do I put her in prison or not? Alright then, hopefully you'll find your way to a prison cell by day's end. I'll think about it.
I can't say I'm pleased by being kept in the dark. I hope you'll come to your senses sooner rather than later, and have me arrested.
Oh wait, he's nearby? Oh no, that's... Duh. Where did I talk to Cedric? Wasn't it like around the bridge? Is he in the penthouse? No. He must. Oh wait, is he? He's the one on the VIP.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
VIP, please.
Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Mm-hmm. Zeke?
Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. Pleased to meet you. What can I do for you?
I don't know. Answer questions.
About half my life. You know I was named third most profitable investment on 2 non-consecutive seasons? Ain't a lot of players who can make that claim. Except for the guys who came in first and second, I guess.
You're kind of
I spent the last
shaky,
season
bro.
injured and almost got sold to the Hephaestus Hammers. But now I'm all convalesced. Ready to lay into some Cleo darlings, you know? Really break some legs. Oh, you must be that inspector people have been talking about. It's a damn shame about Miss Helen. She was always real good to me and the rest of the Rangers. Birdie's taking it pretty hard. Miss Helen was the love of his life. So, what did you want to know?
Where were you?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but me and a couple of the other Rangers spent the night in Constable Keen's cells down at the spaceport. We didn't do anything serious, just a bit of pranks and vandalism. It's what usually happens when we all get to drinking. Guess Constable Keen saw things a bit differently and had us hauled off.
Was Birdie in jail with you?
No, we lost him somewhere along the way. Or maybe he managed to get away? I can't rightly remember. But he was definitely not sharing a cell with us. That much I know.
Tell me about Birdie and Helen.
Oh, Birdie was mad about Helen. He was certifiable. The big galoot loved Helen about as much as he loved the game. Trouble is, Birdie was not blessed with an abundance of temper. Helen kept Birdie steady. If he lost his temper around her, it'd be because something broke between the two of them.
Do you think he could have killed her?
What? Law, no. Birdie's got a fierce temper, but there's no way he'd ever have laid a finger on Miss Helen.
Can you think of anyone else who would?
Miss Helen was outspoken. She made her share of enemies on account of her expressing herself. Just between you and me, I heard rumors the Prophet never much cared for Helen's brand of blunt honesty. What can I do for you?
What brings the Rangers here?
Since it's the off-season, we're helping support the launch of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Meet the fans, sign tossball cards, that sort of thing. Just between you and me, Rizzo's ought to cancel the whole event out of respect for Miss Helen.
That's all. Why are you so shaky? You guys named after the Scotland Rangers?
Mental note. Next time we got cows in the cargo bay, have a woolly cow party. Wonder how much they could drink.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room. Woolly cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations.
You'd
Second
think that.
discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
And the recommended maximum blood alcohol ratio for a woolly cow is
0.
So a cow can't have a good time in this colony?
This unit has not been programmed to include bovine jurisprudence in its library of information. A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Club.
Was Black Hole Birdie here?
Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. -1.
I thought you were a couch. Spencer.
You're here. I hope you have the photon proto-distributor, or we're never leaving this damn facility. That was from the Twin Spies. I played a sentient mechanical.
Nice.
Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
I played a sentient mechanical once. I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
What was it you wanted with a terror ray bile gland?
What? That damn bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror ray glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
I've never heard of that. You sure you're talking about terror rays? Their bits tend to give folks the runs.
Oh, that's it. I'm firing my nutritionist this instant.
I found a bottle of tainted liquor.
That, yes. Yes. I distinctly recall ordering an alcoholic beverage with my meal. This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning to the phrase rotgut. Management shall receive the complaint to end all complaints.
I have security footage of you.
Tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon.
If the terror ray gland was an appetite suppressant, you wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Oh, well, there's... maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense.
Indeed.
As it so happens, I may not have had the terror ray gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal.
Why?
But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
Talk.
I will. Terror ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process.
Why poison her at all?
I was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling.
You wanted to
Please
unveil
think
the Brown.
twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
Maybe I'll flip a big cart.
A bit cart? You're going to place my future well-being on whichever way a bit cart lands? I cannot believe this. Fine. I hope it falls in my favor.
Guess we'll see, Spencer. Okay, let's see here. Not yet, Ludovico. Not yet.
Aha!
Exit. It's so convoluted you can't even see, like...
Did you hear that someone tore one of the doors to the dining?
Nice. Where was Cedric? I thought it was this one. Was he over there?
Here we go. Here I go. Don't mess with him.
There's a workbench, but no screen or anything. Could have sworn. Oh man. Should have talked to him while I had the chance. Near hostiles. You can't even see what's in the middle there. Pilot house. Ah, spaceport.
got an appointment?
Yes.
Appointment?
Yes. I need to speak with Cedric.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment?
Yes. Can I make an appointment for right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
I'd love to. Persuade. I could put in a good word with Cedric about his incredibly helpful secretary.
Wouldn't mind a new bolter pistol. I've fired mine so many times, the tips nearly fell off. Let's give Mr. Kincannon a ring. Mr. Kincannon, got a person of interest here to see you. Think they've got business.
Hello.
Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by.
Oh, yeah?
Here for my alibi, I assume.
Indeed. Nonsense outside. Later, first.
Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
I had a run-in with some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How did thugs get their hands on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Whoever's behind this wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
Presumably Ludovico.
You said it, not me. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector.
Thank you.
With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
And where would I find Elliot Nasser to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
That's a good point. So your alibi is that you were busy murdering someone else.
Which, as I said, you should not trust. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
How much? So Helen's death is a net loss for Slug.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
I take it the guy you tortured wasn't the source of your missing cargo then?
Oh, Elliot stole from me, all right. Alas, you're right in that his was a singular, isolated incident, and as such, does not resolve a concerning broader trend. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
What's the connection?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
Why? Dumb luck's done a lot for me.
Has it? I wonder, how much of your luck has been luck, and how much are you downplaying as chance? Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads, me scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I like to commit my own horrific bodily harm, thanks.
Oh, I never subcontract out that type of work, Inspector. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Before I get started...
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
The constable is dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
This was murder, all right.
It seems murder is becoming an unsettling trend on Eridanos as of late. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
Did you know the constable well?
Would it surprise you to hear that, despite being on opposite sides of the law, we were friends? That her loss comes as a sudden blow. Maria was a decent soul. And law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
I'd have loved to see you two drink it up.
She was fond of a 0G, so I cannot begin to imagine why. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
Why does Ludovico hate you?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
And now he regrets doing business with you?
An excellent deduction, Inspector. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
How fine a print are we talking?
Still technically visible to the human eye, but only just. You're quite good at this. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
I see. Make peace with him.
Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
Why do you care so much what the board thinks?
Because one day soon, Sublight will obtain a seat on it. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused on old slights, which can be a nuisance. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
He should watch what he gets himself into.
Perhaps. Lou's not an unclever man, Inspector. He's just not much of a reader.
Helen.
Very well.
Did you have many dealings with
A
Helen?
few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research, but how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
Why did you help?
Because she paid me to, Inspector. Besides, Helen was enjoyable company. She was confident, resourceful, determined, not unlike you, now that I consider it.
If you didn't kill her, any idea who would want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
Clearly you don't.
This murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
I'm listening.
Her actions in the time leading up to her death do not align with those of an actor on Eridanos solely to promote Spectrum Brown. Stay sharp, Inspector. Now is not the time to lose focus. Because
I've been
whoever
going for
did
so
kill
long.
Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
You'd think that, but the Prophet just fessed up to everything.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
It's not a good look for a murder
Am I an
suspect.
official suspect, then? Intriguing. I'll look forward to how it all plays out. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale, whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes. One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now.
Okay.
What or who made you decide to investigate me?
The internet? I just had a hunch.
I see. What a shame your hunch didn't pan out. Now then, did you need anything else?
Excuse me.
This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We ought to talk shop one of these days.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location.
Moo.
Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface.
Examine dust.
98.3% of the dust particles are less than 500 micrometers in diameter.
No int. Oh, okay.
This unit is glad to have been of service, Inspector.
Surrounding
The area within
area.
a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
Wild guess. The bug was planted roughly a week before Helen's death.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
Conclude.
What's that you found? No, wait. Don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
Okay. What's back here? Nothing.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
Analyze
The
fingerprints.
fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Just making sure. The gun on the bottom looks special.
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle's sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
Conclude.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch.
Monarch. Who is on Monarch that would... I think I know the gun shop he's talking about. Receiver location. One moment. That will be all for today. Thank you. Goodbye.